Let's go. So what was the hardest thing for you guys to work on? And, and like what was the hardest thing for you to do in Planetside that you
I think for me personally, and I can only speak for myself, the hardest was just trying to get, because we put the team together so quickly, was trying to get everybody on the same page. Yeah. Everybody's got their own ideas of what Planetside 2 was supposed to be and what it needed to be, but me coming from the original Planetside, knowing what that was, and moving to Planetside 2, trying to figure out what it's supposed to be, and getting all that on paper and then disseminating that information was a challenge. And once we got to the point where people kind of got it, then things started rolling a little bit smoother, and we were able to achieve a lot of things in a short period of time just because of that information being solidified in a large number of people without me having to, beat it into people or say, oh no, you're doing it wrong. We were able to get that information into everybody and have them be able to run with it without me having to be a harp over it and all that other stuff. So the whole team knew exactly what it was that we're making, which made it a lot easier. But that, getting to that point was really hard for me.
I think mine's kind of the same. I mean, it's SOE inherently. I mean, we've stretched out and we've done a lot of unique things, like Free Realms and Clone Wars and DC, like the first action MMO. But an FPS, a real FPS, is a completely different ball of wax from an RPG. And I mean, the fantastic part is so much experience on the server back end, and I mean, I think I was telling you guys the other day, like we have, just from the guys on our team, we probably have over 100 years of working on server back ends, which is amazing. But
yeah, it's amazing. A 99-year-old guy can actually work
on
the server.
Yeah. He is so dapper and is
crazy, dude.
Super energetic for his age. But
like plugging in cords.
But really getting down to the nitty-gritty of what it takes to make an FPS move and making sure that we're on the same page of, okay, our goal is it's got to feel as good. And what does that mean? I mean, we ended up not only educating folks on the team as far as what they need to do, but it was a ton of research and looking at other games and diving into, and then bringing folks from other areas of the industry in to go ahead and support that, and really understanding, like, you'd be amazed at how much time and effort and thought goes into being able to go into iron sights.
Yeah.
I mean, in and of itself, it doesn't seem like a big thing, it's just something that you just anticipate, but there's a whole lot of time and trouble that folks go and to really make those things work, and you multiply all those little elements, those little mechanics out to every aspect of the game, every aspect of being able to, drive a tank and how, the turret should move. The fact that you can name off the 40 restrictions that goes into being able to target effectively with a tank turret. And in some cases you got people that know that, and other, and have had experience of building them up. In other cases you don't. And it's really trying to get back into not only what Planetside's about, but how this genre comes together in something that's not just, the shooter or the simple shooter or more simple shooter mechanics than the first one to something that's really modern day. And the fact that it came together as quickly as it did is amazing. I mean, it's amazing justice for the guys that are out there.
Yeah.
That are working on it, but it's not an insignificant amount of time and blood, sweat, and tears to make that happen.
So now that you guys have reached almost beta phase and you guys have put a lot of hard work in it, do you think that people are going to be able to just slip into this game, or do you think it's to be like more gradual learning and stuff like that for people who haven't maybe played FPSs too much? Maybe just MMOs?
A little bit of both. Like, I mean, one of the things that we pride ourselves on is that we jump into the game, it feels like a first-person shooter game, and everything that you're familiar with is familiar. I mean, you'll get in there, nothing's like, it's not, it's WASD, but now we changed it. Oh yeah, we changed it to the other side of the keyboard, like for some strange reason. It is a first-person shooter, and like when you hop into it, you feel it. But one of the things that you're going to get on the tail end is that longevity and everything else, the depth of the customizations and the certification tree and all that stuff. You're going to get into later as you figure out, like, oh yeah, this is cool. Like, what else can I do? Then you'll start talking about, a month, 2 months, 3 months down the road where you have, where I started and now this is where I am, as you rank up in battle rank and get kills and get experience and all that other stuff.
Yeah. I think to the people that are coming in that aren't just hardcore shooter fans, there's a lot of choices on what to do and how to play the game and how to support and work through, you know, whether it's driving a tank or, you know, being a medic. There's a lot of opportunities. So it's not that you have to be the best Twitch shooter in the world, and you know, I hope, you know, by all means that those guys come in and have a blast and really get their hands on to, you know, and just, you know, decimate when they have an opportunity to. But at the same time, because of the scope of the game and because, you know, it is such a persistent world, that there's the opportunity for, you know, for somebody that's coming in that really doesn't have that kind of experience to be the troop transport guy and really not just, you know, not just help out a lot and really benefit his empire, his squad, but really have a really good time doing it too.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
And become an expert at that. I mean, there's an opportunity to be the expert, you know, tank driver, and not necessarily have to lay hands on a sniper rifle. That's fine. So, you know, I think there'll be a little bit of stumbling, but really, once people see the scope of it, I think they'll be able to find their niche and where they want to play.